San Francisco, Divisadero. I'm very familiar with this area, and we just passed the Union, and this one is Embassy, and then Union, then it will be green. This is a Divisadero, and green it is 2,800. And all these houses are very expensive, and the sharp crest ahead, truck not advised. Houses here are very expensive too. So here is the Broadway. Broadway, if you turn left, it goes to Chinatown all the way down, and they have some stores over there on the Divisadero down the road. And after that, you will hit the Market Street, and also you will hit Castro area. So Divisadero will bring you to the Castro area. These are the uphill, and all the way down Broadway. Then it will be Jackson. After Jackson, it will be Pacific. And Pacific. So in San Francisco, if you are familiar with the area, you remember all the names of the street. And as a real estate agent in your area, you have to remember the names of the street, so that when you communicate with your clients knows that you are familiar with the area. So preparation is important. You gotta spend like 1/3 of the time studying, 1/3 of the time is to do something, and 1/3 of the time is rest with your family, health, and so 1/3 and 1/3 and 1/3. And you gotta discipline yourself, put everything into your habit, so that you will have a habit of doing your own stuff, owning your own business. And here, this is a veteran cleaner. Veteran cleaner has been there for a long time. And also here in California. California is a very big street. And California and Gary, they are big streets. And after a while, I will see a store which I have sold it, which is a Vietnamese store now, but it's called kitchen, my dad kitchen, or my father kitchen. Before, it is called Cool Island Cafe. It's a cafe, but it sold $85,000, and without liquor license, without everything. But now that restaurant is become a Vietnamese restaurant, and it's doing really good because doctors are lining up over there. And in January, nobody really believes that restaurant is going to work. In April, I was still staying there, and in November, the owner wants me to visit. And because I know the owner so well, that I just think, okay, let me help him to get away from this restaurant. It's a kind of like helping out with like some belief of selling it, not too much. But finally, we did. And so we will see. This is a restaurant. You see, My Father's Kitchen is called. My Father's Kitchen. And opposite to it is a Mount Zion Hospital, which is this one. There's a lot of staff, a lot of people there. And over here, it is also another building. They have a lot of staff. And here, this building is going to be constructed very soon. And if it was built, then it will be really a lot of staff, a lot of people will be there. And Gary is another big street. So again, as a real estate agent, We got to know the area. We got to know around what's going on. We got to put ourselves into activities which will generate business or generate networking. And also, we got to learn as ahead of time, in advance, but not in a race. And we also need to learn different languages other than Vietnamese, English. Maybe we should learn also some Spanish, so that once in a while when we need to communicate with people, the people will feel familiar. We also upgrade ourselves by studying, keep studying, keep get more destination, like a short sale specialist or culture specialist. And so we will be prepared when the client is in front of us. We won't be hesitant. We won't be in a situation that, oh, sorry, I don't know what's going on, I don't know. But we will be ahead of the game. And other than Gary, we will be O'Farrell Street, which is over here. And then it is Alice. Eddie. So again, to study an area, we need to know the street name, very basic. We got to know the sub-neighborhood. The neighborhood, what does it mean by neighborhood? Neighborhood means from one boundary to another boundary. It doesn't have to be houses, it doesn't have to be a street. It means like there are 10 sub-districts in San Francisco, or I would say 11, which is mainly like Sunset, Inner Sunset, Outer Sunset, Richmond, Inner Richmond, Outer Richmond, Excelsior, Marina, Vista, the station. All these names we need to remember if you are going to focus in San Francisco. If you said you are going to focus in East Bay, then you got to know city by city. So list out Pinot, Hercules, St. Bruno, St. Leandro, St. Pablo, Oakland, and then know some of the streets in St. Leandro, Cutting. What other street you should be familiar in Berkeley? You know, Tarleton, Ashby, and what else? After Berkeley, you gotta also know the school district, and also the BART station. Okay, let's say like for the BART, West Oakland, and then if you go to Richmond, then you will go through MacArthur, Ashby, Richmond Plaza, El Cerrito Plaza, El Cerrito del Norte, and then Richmond. If you go to Fremont, what is the name of this station? And once the people ask you things about that, you know it then. Here we are still in Divisadero, and we just passed the Grove. After the Grove, if you turn left all the way down, it will be the City Hall. Hayes is a street which has a lot of yuppies if you turn right. And Fell is one way. Well, of course we cannot turn it here, but Fell is a kind of like connection between the Sunset to the downtown, all the way down. I will say actually the other way down, wrong, because it is heading from the downtown to the Sunset. Oak Street. It's heading from the Sunset back to the downtown. You see this direction is turning left. So again, we have to revise. Remember, 4 tips: revision, association, abbreviation, and also vision. Use these 4 techniques to build your real estate career. You gotta revise what you have learned, study the city. You gotta associate the city, associate what you learn. You gotta use more abbreviation, TDS, transfer disclosure, AD agency disclosure,